So this is one of the biggest questions in our comments. Europe में study सस्ता पड़ता है या सिर्फ Instagram पे दिखता है? In this video, we are going over the top 7 best European countries and the cheapest ones for Indian students to study in. So let's get started. First of all, let's understand why even the Europe is easier to study in and cheaper. This is because US or UK, समझ लो, it works on a private funding model, okay? Versus in Europe, it's a public funding model, which basically means that the government cares for education. These are the typical prices that you see in European universities, and as you'll see, these are way cheaper than in the US, जहाँ पे आपको 1 crore से भी ज़्यादा रुपए लग सकता है to fund your undergrad, okay? Which is crazy. Of all, we'll go through the main criterias like admission. You don't need JEE, you don't need NEET. And contrary to popular belief, you don't even need IELTS for most universities, okay? They accept from 50% to 70% of application, which is crazy. And no big interview rounds also. Matlab, if your academics are decent, you have a very good chance. Mistakes before applying. Please listen to this. You get anything from this video, this is what you need to get. For non-English programs, don't apply. You are not going to learn a language in a year and be fluent enough to study in it, okay? Please go through your course, see if it's English or non-English, okay? Now, mistake 2. For Germany, especially, people get this so wrong. There is a blocked account, okay? Basically, you need to give amount of money, which is around 12 lakh rupees to show that you can even fund your education there. If you can't do this, you can't apply, okay? So, if you don't have that kind of money, please reconsider it, because also there are living expenses on top of this, and you cannot, as its name suggests, it's a blocked account. You cannot access this money immediately, okay? And it can have like freezes at any time. So, uska clear idea rakho, okay? And thirdly, don't choose the wrong city. Just because it's a major or capital city does not mean you should go there to study, okay? They are way too expensive usually. It's way better to study in like mid-tier cities, okay? So that you get better ROI, which is return on investments, okay? Getting into the juicy bits, the countries. Number 1, obviously, it's Germany. Public universities charge €0 for many programs, okay? Especially STEM and masters, but this is only tuition costs, okay? Living costs is the kicker. It can be around 70,000 to 90,000 per month, okay? But this will drop significantly in lower, like minor cities, like Leipzig, Karlsruhe, I'm sorry for the pronunciation. And you should really avoid Munich and those expensive cities, okay? And the Indian community is pretty massive and lots of networking opportunities, okay? Post-study visas, you will get 18 months to find work. Engineering and CS has great outcomes here. Important rule again, remember about the blocked accounts, okay? You need to have that fund. Now, in Poland, number 2 country, it's so good. Like, I don't see people talking about it. For tuition fees of around 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs a year, which is lower than most IITs, mind you. It has so high acceptance rates for 60% plus, and living costs are like 35,000 to 45,000, which will go down in mid-tier cities, obviously. Visa processing is so fast. This is the biggest kicker. People don't realize, but in the US, the biggest hurdle is getting the visa. It can take up to a year to get it approved, okay? So please keep this in mind. Indian community is also growing, and really good pathways to EU jobs are available from Poland, okay? Number 3, Lithuania, the budget king for bachelors, okay? For around 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, and costs of around 30,000 to 40,000 per month of living, you will have really easy acceptances. First of all, if you really want to get to Europe right now, study in a foreign country and set up your bases, okay, this is also important. You will have very less academic pressure, comparatively at least, and the environment is very safe and quiet, okay? Very good for IT professionals. And now we're going on to number 4, which is Latvia. So students wanting fast admissions and English teaching also, because a lot of English courses here. Around 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs in tuitions, and living is around 30,000 to 40,000 rupees per month, okay? And also finding internships is very low here, easy here, okay? Because like very low competition for Indian students. You have tech and data programs that are very strong in Riga, okay? So keep this in mind. Now we have Portugal. I see people talking about this, but like, bro, avoid the big cities, okay? Like as I'm saying repeatedly, tuition fees can go from 1 lakh to 2 lakh rupees. Living costs are around 30,000 to 40,000, okay? Which is outside of Lisbon. Keep that in mind. Great for businesses, economics, and humanities, okay? Go to like cities like Coimbra or Porto, which are much cheaper, okay? Now, number 6, Slovakia. Super affordable, very quiet academic environment. It can even be cheap for you because like it has free education sometimes, but it can go up to 2 lakhs, okay? So keep your course in mind. Acceptance rates are very high. living costs are around 30 to 45,000. And English programs, there did not used to be that many, but they're introducing a lot now, especially in engineering and nursing. Okay, very low Indian competition, good pick for average profiles. Hungary, it's a surprisingly powerful student hub. Okay, from like 50,000 to 2 lakhs is the tuition fee range, and again 30 to 35,000 of living, which is outside of Budapest. Again, only apply areas around minor cities. Okay, for engineering, CS and medicine is very popular actually, and Budapest can be expensive in cities like as I said, in Budapest, but try targeting cities like Debrecen, Szeged, they're way better. Okay, visa approvals are also very fast here. Okay, cool. Now if you combine budgeting, housing, student meals, transport, everything, like survival comes out to around 20 to 40,000 per month in these countries, and tuition comes to around 2.7 lakhs a year, or it can also be zero depending on your program, obviously. Okay, so now obviously there are specific programs also: computer science, data science, cybersecurity, nursing and business, which are very popular in these countries. Okay, so if your goal is an affordable EU country with an relatively easy degree and to study outside of India for loads of opportunities and networking, okay, you need to study these countries. Take a list, comment below if you want to know more about this, and read up on our blogs for more detailed info on these. Okay, I'll see you there, and all the best.